This is the entire project of the I Am remix. You can see here we have all the tracks, approximately 36 of them. We got the build up right here, then we have the breakdown, and then we have the outro basically. But there's another small drop / climax right here. And then it turns into nothingness. So let's go through the tracks one by one. Let me explain to you what I've used and what's in this particular remix. At the top we have a sidechain channel. That's the input for the sidechaining compression that I've used in this track. You can't actually hear it. Then we've got 3 channels that are all the same crashes and reverse crashes, just slightly timed different from each other. You can see them right here. Then we got 2 kick drums. We've got a bass fill. We've got another bass line. That's the first one. Well, it's not the first one that you can hear, but it's used every now and then in the track. We got a snare roll. We got the percussion section, mainly MIDI and some parts from the original track. Then we've got the synth lines. We've got 3 bass lines. Another synth fill. We've got an effect that I recreated or created to create more atmosphere in this remix. The main melody recreated as well. Then we have 2 added sequences. The breakdown with the audio parts from the original track slightly adjusted. And we've got white noise. Let me show you the white noise. Ever so important in tracks nowadays. Now I'm going to show you the kick drums. We've got 2 kick drums. High end. Then we got the second one. Together they sound like this. You can hear the difference when I mute one. It's just that extra punch in the high end that I needed, that I wanted. Audio part from the original. Slightly adjusted just for the groove. Then we've got a rim shot that's on every second kick, just to give it more punch, and you know, works together really well, I think. And let me show you what it sounds like. Then we get the entire groove basically, hi-hats and claps, not too much percussion. Well, this is the rim shot again. Then we've got a clap. And then we have a little tiny hi-hat. And again, some parts from the original. We've got a snare roll. As you can hear, the kick drum sounds a bit different. That's because I automated equalizing, so I cut out the low end of the kick drum at this particular part of the track. Simple trick, does the job. Then we have a square effect that I created to give it more atmosphere. Let me show you. Gives it that little extra, you know, in the background and everything. Then we have some sequences. You can see the automation that I've used. I've automated the reverb, the release, the volume. Then there's a second layer, which is also from the silent, a saw, same pattern. As you can see, I automated these parts heavily, and I've automated the volume, which basically, as you can see here, it's the volume. It's a natural gate. You know, I like to mute stuff when it's not playing, just to make sure there's no noise in the background. So it fades in when it starts, and it fades out when it ends. Then we go into the first drop. Here's a synth fill. Tacky stuff. Three bass lines. The first one. And then we have a second bass line, also panned really wide. The sub bass from the Trillion. Let me show you the Trillion and the preset. This preset I've used in a lot of my tracks. It's called Deep. It's in Radiator, Mentalism, Rush, MME, all different tracks from the past. I just slightly adjust the sample every time I use it, so it sounds different. And all three together makes this. Here we have the synth lines that kick in. It's three same samples from the silent, as you can hear here. Channels are EQ'd different. This one has more compression and slightly less low. Panned wide as well, and this is the audio that I rendered, so reversed. One shot basically of the sample. And altogether they sound really cool. Panning also on the audio part. A bassline, Urban Tank Bass. A sample from the Omnisphere. Gives it a nice edgy feeling towards the breakdown, just to break things up, you know, and to make it less repetitive at that point. Then we also have a synth or a bass fill. that kicks in. I'll show you that later. Here we have the breakdown. Here's the synth fill. Let me do it right now, or bass fill actually. Shock effect, more or less. And then we go into the breakdown, where we have parts from the original, slightly adjusted. We have a bass, sub bass, got another bass line right here. And then we have the melody that I recreated. I just played the main theme to give it more edge. I needed more body at this point in the remix, so that's why I added this synth line on top of the rest of the sounds. Yeah, I got more body, so let me show you the drop. This is the whole drop, and I really enjoy creating it. As you can see, again, automated the volume where it should be cut off, because I don't want any extra noises from compression or whatever in the mix. Basically all audio parts get the same treatment. And if it's not done right, oh, like here, then I'll do it now. So yeah, we're going into the final part of the track. It's not really the same because I adjusted the sounds from each other. Slightly different, so it gives a different feel and a different groove at that part, because otherwise it would just be the same. 36 tracks, that was basically it in this remix. A lot of effects on every channel and equalizing and panning, obviously, but it takes quite a bit of time to go into that as well. On the master bus, we've got the sausage fattener of Dada Life, but just slightly used. I mean, the fatness is on 10%, I think, 0.5% gain or dB gain, and then a bit of color. That's about it. I didn't need it a lot more after I was done. Just that little extra thing. On the master bus, that's basically it. Then we've got some channel equalizing on the master bus, a bit low end, around 64 Hertz. Cut out some frequencies around 1900, and then we go slightly up towards the high end. And that's about it concerning this remix. I want to thank 2 Dutch, Marcel Woods and Black Hole Recordings and Allure for waiting, because I was late with this remix. And they were very patient, so thanks a lot for that. Hope you enjoyed this video again, and for sure I'll see you at the next one. I'll try to do a new video every now and then. Ciao!